What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Now, today's deck is one that you definitely want to play sooner rather than later. It's a fresh take on my old deck, Surprise Ultron. Now, the deck gets a massive increase in not only power and consistency, but most importantly, surprise. Now, we have a few variations of the deck today to try to accommodate the different collections out there, and we're going to go from like the most accessible to probably the most expensive in terms of Series 4 and 5 cards. Now, we start with the old classic. This is, I think, the most accessible, and it's gotten a bit of a tune-up since Invisible Woman got a nice buff. The deck is full of win conditions, and then also it keeps our opponent kind of confused, right? And you're going to see a common theme today. Now, we can use 0 on Titania, Ebony Maw, and Atuma as one way to get some nice power, but Invisible Woman is kind of the secret here, right? We can hide Ebony Maw behind her and or Atuma. You can hide Omega Red behind her and Atuma as well and start to stack up a lot of power. Obviously, we can hide our ongoing cards like Patriot, Khazar, Blue Marvel, and then play Onslaught there. So there's a lot of ways to kind of hide what we're trying to do and get a couple big cube wins rather than a bunch of 2 cube wins with the deck. Now, playing Mystique right after Invisible Woman is pretty advantageous because if we do play an ongoing card last, that Mystique is going to copy that. And best of all, if we're able to play 0, let's say on Atuma, right? Patriot is going to boost that card up because it's technically now a non-ability card. So the deck's got all these win conditions, but ultimately, we've got Ultron as our main win condition. But I love the deck because it's pretty cheap, and there's a lot of different ways to win and surprise your opponent. Now, the next deck here is going to focus on the new and improved Dazzler. You don't have to have her, but if you do, it just adds to a lot of the consistency. We can easily fill up our locations. She boosts up in just massive power altogether, and she's one of the main win conditions to throw your opponents off. They don't expect Ultron, they shut down Storm, they don't account for the power. It works with Ultron, Doctor Doom, Brood, but best of all, you can get things going with Omega Red and Onslaught. The card is insane now with Patriot and Silver Surfer as well. And then we have things like Iron Man, Blue Marvel, Onslaught, and Ultron to really boost our power all around. If you can get Ultron and his drones on all the locations, your Dazzler is going to get maximum value. We have Patriot obviously here to boost up a good amount of these cards. Debris for that disruption, and then Omega Red to capitalize with the Invisible Woman if we catch our opponent with their guard down. And then I have Luke Cage here. Obviously very flexible. You can play a bunch of different cards in his position, but he doesn't give away what we're trying to do. And with all the high Evo decks, I found him to be a pretty damn solid addition. Now, the final 2 versions here, we have probably the best, like most consistent, but least surprising of the decks. My favorite card in the game, Iron Lad, is going to get value out of just about every single card in this deck. We've got Wave to cheat out cards early. We can hide those cards behind Invisible Woman. Dazzler can build up crazy with Onslaught or Blue Marvel and Doctor Doom. So there's a lot of great things working with this deck, and this is one of the most dependable ones that I have climbed with. However, the deck we will be playing today is one with Howard the Duck. I would say this deck is probably the best of them all, but Howard is going to give us a lot more dependability when we have Iron Lad to see exactly what we're going to scan, opposed to the other deck. Same thing here, we have Dazzler, Brood, but this time I have Storm in the deck to close a location down early that we can fill with either Doctor Doom or Ultron. And oftentimes the opponent has a Storm, so there's 2 flooded locations. And just in Conquest, she's such a solid addition to be able to close down locations that might be really harmful against the deck. Something like Isle of Silence, right? So this is the one we'll be taking in it and the one that I will pilot. But all these are pretty damn consistent. I've tried them all. I've tested them multiple times on Ladder and Conquest. And once you get the core mechanics down, it's pretty damn solid. Now, if you retain none of that, the most important thing to remember with the deck, really the only thing is, when you win, you got to make sure you win big. When you play your win conditions of Ultron, Doctor Doom, it's got to be for 4 or 8 cubes most of the time. It can be hard to get a 2. It doesn't work as well. However, when someone gets overconfident, especially in like these lockdown locations where they think you can't reach, you're going to win. All right, so let's put the surprise deck to the test. I thought, what's better than taking it through Gold Conquest? We're going to take it through each game and show you how it works and how I pilot the deck. I'll be running the Howard the Duck version. You can run other versions. It's going to work largely the same. We're just trying to have that kind of shock and awe and surprise factor. Now, our first contestant to be lucky enough to go against the deck is Laser King. And here we go, guys. So Hellfire Club, first location. We have a decent opening hand. Got our Invisible Woman. Gonna blow through this. Really, you don't have to worry about the early turns all that much. By turn 3, you're gonna know if you have the things you need to get the win here. All right, we have a Wakanda. And this will be our Invisible Woman turn. So obviously, if they have a way to counter Invisible Woman, then you're going to have to kind of figure it out and shift things up. But if they don't, then they're screwed and you can win pretty easily. Invisible Woman can mean a lot of things these days, which is good for the deck. It keeps it even more surprising. And we're going to toss her in the Hellfire Club. And let's see what kind of deck we are playing. We have an Angela, so typically bounce decks is what this is. And holy crap. Lamentus. All right, all right. I don't think this is a destroy deck, obviously. If it is a kitty bounce, they have a pretty good advantage on us. And do we have enough in our tool belt? Iron Lad and Howard the Duck are pretty much worthless draws. We don't have a lot of ways to boost up our like Doctor Doom, and Onslaught is almost worthless. Omega Red is interesting. And he is going to snap. So we're going to go and play Storm. We're going to stick into this game, kind of see what he's playing first. Try not to reveal too much about what we're doing.
Wind, aid my hand.
Because when you get a win with this deck, or you have like Ultron,
Wind,
that sucks.
aid my
You really want to hope that you get a big 4 or 8 cube win. If you only get 2 cubes and you have your big Ultron play, then it's like all for naught. You know what I mean? All right, so we've got 2 Storms out, which I think I'm okay with, because I think we can rock Omega Red here, and then we can rock maybe Iron Lad, then Onslaught, something like that. He goes Juggernaut and Iron Fist. And that kind of tells me right off the bat that I don't think he's got enough to compete with what we got going on. Maybe he does, but it's unlikely that he's going to be able to match what we can put out. So we're going to go Howard the Duck. Right now, that would put us at 13. That'd be 20. If he could put 10 power here, then our Omega Red's not going to work, right? So somewhat problematic. I'll know right away if he can compete with this. Okay, not bad, not bad. So here's the cool thing. He's going to be so focused on stopping my Omega Red here that I'm pretty sure just Doctor Doom should be enough to get the dubs. Because I don't think he's going to risk playing the whole Heimdall action. And even with that, if he played Heimdall here, right? Heimdall's 8. So he's going to just have 8 because everything's going to shift over. 8. We'd be up by 10, and then we would win that lane 2. I think Doctor Doom is the play here. And we're going to snap. We're going to go in with a 8 cube game right off the bat. Because I think he's so focused on beating this lane to stop my Omega Red. Like, that's going to be his whole goal here. Yep, see, Gamora, great job. You stopped the Omega Red, but you didn't stop the Doctor Doom. So there's a lot of ways to get kind of like surprise, cheeky wins with the deck. And it's about reading your opponent, obviously, right? And what they think you're going to do. And Omega Red can be deceitful, right? Right then and there, that guy was sold. And my whole goal was to get that Omega Red nice and big. And with our first surprise, we got 8 cubes, which is really strong opening, yeah. Alrighty, so we have Tinker's Workshop and the other 2 locations. Nothing too great. We can play pretty passive at this moment. Be pretty easy to get 2 health, whereas he has to get 8 from us. So we can be a lot more conservative. Monster Island's great. He doesn't know we're running a Patriot deck. And we got our Patriot. So we were wrong. He's actually not playing Kitty Bounce. He's playing the kind of the Gamora move deck that's getting popular now. And he does have a Juggernaut. But luckily with like Patriot, we don't really care about where he plays, right? And where our cards end up. So this is really good for him. Super advantageous to have this location. But not too worried about it. We're going to throw our Patriot down. I don't even think he has Enchantress. So, like, you know, if you play an Enchantress, like, is that a big deal? Yes and no. My gut tells me if you can get a 4 or 8 cube win, they're going to use that Enchantress on Invisible Woman before your Patriot most of the time. It's all about getting the most out of the deck before it's too late. Alrighty, so odds are he has Cloak and Ghost Spider to play into this right location. So we're going to abandon that altogether. Not even try to get it. We're going to play Mystique. And we will play Howard the Duck over here. Then we can kind of keep track of what we're going to get with our Iron Lad in terms of value. If you look down below, not a lot of great cards. I would say Omega Red, Dr. Doom are good Iron Lad cards. But at this point, getting that double pop-off over there is probably enough to get the win regardless, if I had to take a stab. All right, so Iron Lad is going to give us Omega Red. That's pretty dang good. I wonder... I think we move both of these, right? We don't care about the power there. And if we go Iron Lad, then we have a pretty beefy lane over here, but he can move stuff to the left. So we wouldn't probably win that lane. So I would venture to say our best play at this moment is going to be Blue Marvel. Left or middle? Probably left. We'll split that up a bit. You could go middle too. Yeah, it's not bad to go here. Let's do that. We're going to play Blue Marvel middle, and then we're probably just going to finish off with Ultron here. Because if he moves everything, he would win the middle, but he's not going to win the right side. If he doesn't move everything, it's going to be problematic.
Wind, aid my hand.
Alright, he has Kitty Pride. Alright, so he has an 8 Kitty Pride. He does have that Gamora. And the only card we haven't seen, we've seen his whole deck, is probably the Heimdall. So doing this doesn't do an awful lot. I actually don't hate going like Onslaught here. But yeah, I think in just Ultron, he's not expecting, right? Like, this is going to go to 24. Dagger's going to go up to a pretty good measure. But if he doesn't move those cards, I also win. If he plays like Gamora here, it doesn't matter. If he plays Kitty, it doesn't matter. So simply just Ultron's going to win this most likely. I would be shocked if he found a way out of this. But maybe his last card's not a Heimdall. Doctor Strange. Okay, so he just has to beat us here with, what, the Kitty, which is an 8. Oh, okay. Interesting. It's not going to be enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. Oh, he gets it by 1. Let's go. That was good on him. Good on him. I thought this could be a Juggernaut. I did. I wasn't expecting this to be Strange. I was more or less, which was his last card, by the way. It wasn't Heimdall. It was Strange. I was thinking this would be the Kitty play. Ultron's now 5. That's pretty nice. And we're going to keep on skipping. Nothing to play on the first couple turns. We have Eternity Range, which is something we actually want to lose. We don't mind because of the Patriot. We do have Dazzler. Really great card with the deck now. And we have Iron Lad that we could play next turn. So looking at the cards we have, Patriot's a good play here. I think most people would play Patriot here. We're going to play Iron Lad, though.
Wind, aid my hand.
All right, he's going to Storm early on Titan. And we pull Invisible Woman, and Omega Red is going to be our Iron Lad card, which isn't going to be enough on that side of things. All right, after a lot of thinking, we're going to just go Patriot on this left side over here. If he plays Juggernaut, it's no big deal. It'll move it. And he fills that lane early with 11, 13 power. That's not a bad play, but he's going to run out of other options here. All right, so next card up is Storm. Not the best Iron Lad card, considering it's turn 5. Blue Marvel's not a terrible play, but I don't love it. Yeah, we can go Blue Marvel. That's fine. He goes Iron Fist into Vulture. No, into Dagger. We only play 1 card. Not a lot of value. And so right now our drones are sitting at 4 a pop, which is 8, which is enough to tie this location for what it's worth. But probably lose the other ones. Our Iron Lad is going to be a Dr. Doom, which is pretty dang good. Considering now our Dr. Doom, actually, what is that? 5, 7, 8. Same amount. I kind of like that. That would be what? 6, 11, and 13. And this would make this 8 as well. But I think we have a shot. All right, it's Ghost Spider. He gets the 1 dagger pull, which will be enough to oh, interesting. I think that was bad for him. That was not what he wanted to do. If that went to the other side, it would have been decent. But because of the Juggernaut, he was kind enough to knock that. Either lane that would have gone and would have given us the win. So we didn't get a lot of value to the very end there. And we're definitely surprised. So we got ourselves first win in gold. We're going to go to the next game. What a name. Bart Harley Jarvis. Well, come on down, my friend. Come on down. All right, Isle of Silence. Tough location to show up first. Obviously, got to avoid that. Hope for not bad locations in the middle and on the right side. And we got a Thanos. Ooh, a big house too. Spicy. And collapse mine. So we got a lot going on. Invisible Woman is going to lose that value on big house. Ooh, I should not have destroyed that. That's me not thinking. I'm playing a Patriot deck. Dumbass. All right. He obviously has the destroy deck. So he's got a free death now. So we're just going to retreat. And I made a colossal error. So yeah, collapse mine. I think there's a debate here depending on your hand. Most of the time, you should just keep it. Isle of Silence in the big house kind of pigeonholed me there to where it would have been tougher to win this if it didn't have Isle of Silence and I had 2 spots to play Invisible Woman. I may have stayed, but yeah, that was an error on my part. All right, we can afford the 1 cube loss. Don't get greedy after all. And we have Sakaar, which most of these are fine on Sakaar unless this pulls like Ultron. Should we stick with this? Why not? All right, so he's going aggressive here, which I don't really know why. He feels really good about his deck. I don't know about you guys. I feel like I judge people on their avatars. This guy with Electro, aka the boss, like I kind of know all I need to know about who I'm facing. Oh, is it Iron Lad? Don't do it. I'll take it, and he lost his Killmonger. We're gonna have to be careful on the Killmonger there with our Ultron. But that's rough sledding for that guy. Good God. I think we're going to snap back on that too, huh? I think we go Invisible Woman here. We put pressure into this lane, and then we make this our Mega Red lane at the end, huh? I think so. We could put Dazzler over there. As I should have waited to see if this was a destroy location, because that could haunt us. All right, he goes Mind Stone and Soul Stone. He's going to wish he had that for the Omega Red location. Kamar Taj. Okay, interesting. I think if we storm over there, it's kind of good. I don't hate that. Dazzler here isn't a bad idea. We don't have Ultron for what it's worth. Dazzler here is really nice because then we can Dazzler, Omega Red, Onslaught. That could be like our last play. I think we do storm here, especially because we have priority. I don't think he has a deck that can take advantage of Kamar Taj. We do with Doctor Doom, but we don't have him.
Wind, aid my hand.
Double Storm, for what it's worth. And Lockjaw. Oh, that's a bummer, huh? Okay, so we now have Patriot, which is going to be great here. Dazzler. Do we go like Howard here? Because then we just go Omega Red or Onslaught on either of these locations. I think obviously Patriot left side is going to be really good, but if he has Enchantress, it could obviously be problematic. We're not going to see what we get from the Howard, but I think that's okay. Yeah, why not? Okay, so he counters that with Isle of Silence too. Floods himself with Doctor Doom and plays Space Stone, so he can't play anything over there. Now he can. There's a lot to keep up with here. All right. So he can put a lot of power here now for what it's worth. We got our Ultron, though, which... Dude, I don't think he can beat Ultron at this point. Yeah, I think we're going to go with the Patriot over here. Up to this point, he still doesn't know we're playing Patriot. Interesting. Funny enough, these are Patriot cards, which would get a huge boost. Yeah, I think this guy lost, right? Like, if I just play here, we only fill one location for Dazzler, but that's enough to win. Or I could play here. I guess it doesn't matter all too much. And that's Howard. Yeah, I'm thinking we win here. The Leech was unexpected. I haven't seen a Leech man since January. This guy's going to lose all of his cubes. Unless he plays Cosmo. And or Killmonger. Well, that was almost bad. Stegron? What the Davy Jones? I don't know if I was expecting Stegron there. Dude, I'm loving Conquest. The decks that surprised me here are crazy good. Like, what a fun surprise card. The Leech was tough as well. All right, well, he's on life support now, Mr. Bart. And we have Pet Mansion and Howard the Duck. So let's go Howard play one. At this point, we just have to be conservative. He should be snapping most of these plays. I guess still doesn't know we have Ultron, technically. Monster Island is going to benefit us pretty massively. We have Mystique coming. He did see Omega Red. If he didn't, I would have gone with Omega Red there. Whoa. Mystique does nothing for us, right? We just get another Invisible Woman. Now, remember, he can Reality Stone this. So, like, if we have Ultron here, it may not be the best decision. We have Dazzler. What on earth? I suppose, like, we can risk it here. He goes Soul Stone. So if this goes... what's happening? If this goes Reality Stone, he's going to feel pretty good. He goes Stegron. You think we lose. We turn over to Patriot. We get the bonus. We win. Let's go! And the outlier is what? We took huge cube wins. And that you have to do that with this deck because they're only going to fall for it so many times. We head to the last battle to claim our Infinity ticket. Relatively easy, too. We've had a pretty smooth running. I'm still not convinced on Omega because I think Brood would be better for the Iron Lad. Do we switch it out? I think so. I'm calling it right now, guys. We switched out the Omega Red. I'm calling it. We're going to lose now because I shouldn't have messed with what was working, but we'll be okay. Limbo's going to work pretty well for us, I would imagine. Let's go Howard, first location. Tells him nothing. We're playing Clever Cow. That's okay. We'd rather the Iceman early. Iceman can be any deck. This isn't fun. We have Blue Marvel coming up. No Iron Lad on deck yet. And again, what we'd like to do is just stay under the radar here. Another Thanos deck. I'll be damned. He goes Time Stone, so he's going to have 4 energy here, which I don't think gives him that much of an advantage. Still nothing we can do because he did the Iceman on Patriot. Gotta look out. He could definitely Reality Stone the left side here. And we have ourselves the Junk Patriot. We have... What are we getting next? We have Invisible Woman next. Next play, I could go Invisible Woman followed by Patriot. Or Invisible Woman followed by Brood. Kind of hot. This shows a lot of what we're doing, but I think we go... Man, if this Grand Central pulls an Ultron, we are mega screwed, guys. Either way, this tells them what we're doing. Like, a lot, right? So, like, Patriot and Brood. Brood at least can be a couple of things, right? We're going to play Brood right side, which Patriot right side probably would have been better. A Zoo Thanos. Okay. I think Blue Marvel. What are we getting next? Dazzler? That's not that great. Oh, man. If this goes like Onslaught, do we just go here and we don't get the free card? Is it almost better to not get the free card here? I'd like to think so. Do we get screwed, guys? Do we get screwed? We're gonna go with Blue Marvel over here. All right, so I officially have no idea the deck that I'm playing over here. Don't be Onslaught. So we lost our surprise. Not only did we, he has 2 turns to win, and we told him we have Patriot. Or we have Ultron. So our only hope now is to win with Doctor Doom. And we get him on a greedy cube. Ah, damn you, Grand Central. I should have played Blue Marvel there. Should have done it. Didn't do it. Wish I could, but can't take it back. Central Park's good for us. But he has Zoo, too. The good thing is, I think, like, we can outpower this deck. Holy crap. We don't have Patriot yet, though. Did you see we have Patriot? I don't think so. He's going to assume we do after Ultron, though. Why would he not, yeah? All right, Clever Cow. In Mojo World. I mean, you would think that we've got the advantage here, especially if we go, like, Brood here, and then we can Storm early. You would think we have the advantage here. We're going to snap into this. Let's see what he plays. All right, the god wasn't Cosmo. And the other thing we did with this is we showed him nothing new. Now, he can Reality Stone this, so keep that in mind. This could be Howard, which is too risky. These 2 cards are great. Ultron, obviously, we don't want yet. I'm thinking we go Storm here, just to put some pressure on him. He did play over there, though. I think that's okay. So, Patriot here. Doom last turn. I feel pretty good about it. This is risky. We got to do all the calculations here. Because odds are he could just Reality Stone this. We're going to stick with it. Now, what would win this for us? We can win this left lane with just Doom. We do have also priority. This is an 8-cuber. This is going to be for all the marbles, guys. He can't fill this out anymore. He probably has, like, Blue Marvel, which would, like, put him over the top. If we Mystique here, that gives us 6 in the middle. Okay. Okay. And we didn't have to show we have Doom. We got 4. We lost 2. We got 4. All right. Deep Space. Interesting. Now for Deep Space, that hurts us more and less. Like, if we can get Doom or Ultron into there, that'll be a very easy location to win. This is ballsy. Starlight Citadel is switching locations. That's wild. Card text is disabled here. So what? Do we just go invisible over here? If he plays Reality Stone in the middle, like, touche, buddy. We're going to keep those. He can boost those up, but we can boost them up more. We're going to go with Dazzler instead of Patriot, because if he does Reality Stone this, it's bad. What if he does it? Well, I guess we just retreat. Is that Reality Stone? It's got to be. Is it? Don't do it. Okay. Okay. Why is the Hulkbuster in this deck? Interesting. I like it a lot better. And we didn't get the full whammy. But we'll take what we did get. And our last card is a surprise card, which could be Onslaught, which is kind of fun. We got Ultron. I think what we do is snap. We play Iron Lad. And then we can either play Ultron to get our Dazzler up and or Onslaught to win the right side. But I don't think we snap. I'm not going to snap yet. Sure, that works. And then he doesn't play what this other card is, which is kind of concerning. Okay, so we do have priority. There is that. If this is a Cosmo, it's all bad. This is an enticing play because this would push us to a lot, right? So this would give us 12 on this location. And we would win this location, I would imagine. And if this is Cosmo, even better. Like, Ultron's the better play. This could easily be Cosmo. We're gonna go with Onslaught here. I think we should leave this, but we're gonna stay. We're not gonna snap back. Is it Cosmo? Now the good news is he didn't do anything in the middle, but he probably has Kazar. We went first. For what it's worth, you would have to have a big play here. So we would have our Ultron go, and we would have won anyway, yeah. So we got that too. 2 cubes left. We haven't even used the Doom. We did surprise with the Onslaught on that one. And now we just coast to the win. He's going to go time stone. I'm surprised he's not snapping like off the rip here. But he'll have to win a lot in a row to win. Really like Invisible Woman here. Because we can protect ourselves from the Asteroid M, or cards moving from Asteroid M. Keep in mind, he has like Kazar, his Cosmo. If he plays a Cosmo, it has to play over here too, which is nasty because now our Invisible Woman would be safe from Cosmo and it's GG. I really feel like here's the thing. Here's the hard truth is, sadly, when I post this video, I expect this deck to get a lot worse. Same happened when we did Surprise Ultron the first time because people see it and then they know and then it's played. Oh. So I think we just storm here. I don't think he's going to Cosmo. He Cosmo middle.
Wind, aid
So now not only did we put pressure, our storm's going to get whipped over there, but we can just fill it with Ultron. He's already played his Cosmo. I would venture to say this is a win. Yeah, I don't know how he would win this because we... Yeah, I think this is going to be an old W here. He could Cosmo and or play Medusa over there. But I still think we're going to be pretty good. We can go Blue Marvel. And then we finish with Ultron. So if they don't have a counter, which to be fair, we haven't seen 3 of their cards. But if they don't have a counter to Invisible Woman, it's going to be extremely hard for these guys to win against you. Again, they could very well have a counter. Like this could screw us, right? With like astronomical luck. It doesn't. In fact, it screws him more. Dr. Doom is a somewhat safe bet, but yeah, Ultron's the better bet. And it's GG. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I do think that the other decks work just as well. I play them a lot in ladder. I've played a lot of Surprise Ultron. The thing is just to obviously keep up the surprises, right? And the biggest testament to success, as some crazy things happen. But the biggest testament to success, period, is that you want to get big wins when you do play your surprise cards. You want to be conservative. If you lose a lot, it doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get like... typically, even when you lose, you end up being even in a better position because they get a little cocky, they start snapping, and things go well. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Again, guys, we are trying to get to 100,000 subs by... do we even say the end of June? I don't know if that's even worth it anymore. End of July, maybe. So if you watch the content a lot and you like these kind of videos, let me know. I'll make more of them. This was my first Conquest video. I plan on doing some challenge content. So like Agatha challenge and things like that within Conquest. Let me know as well if you want to see that. And as always, guys, until the next one, happy snapping.